So ladies, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us in our series of training. And the fact that you showed up means you want more out of your business, and I applaud you. So congratulations for being here. You are going to hear from 4 top directors, like honestly, some of my most favorite people that I have sat in the back room of the classes and listened to for the last bit of my career. So I'm so blessed to be able to share this Zoom stage with them. You're going to hear from the amazing Carol Thompson. I mean, we're going to talk about her when she's up, but like, come on. The amazing Raven Hogue from all the way up in Prince George, BC. The amazing Angie Klotz. So you're going to get some super great information, and we hope that you leave these calls with your cup filled, some great ideas. Now, I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to share something with you about time management. Now, this is something you're either good at or you can get better at. I was one of those people that was not good. I needed to be able to get better. And what I did was I made a plan. Because what I've learned is that if you don't work with a plan, you're actually not working. Uh-oh. That's going to hit some of you guys right smack in the heart or maybe up the side of the head. But if you're not working with a plan, you're not working. And I'm going to talk specifically about Mary Kay as your side hustle, as your part-time business. Now, I do work this business full-time for sure, but I certainly was in the same position working this business part-time around a full-time job and a family and that sort of thing. I did another job. I did marketing for a company that sells coffee and donuts. It's Tim Hortons. And I worked anywhere between 50 and 80 hours a week. But I wasn't satisfied. So I started this business and I thought, how am I going to fit this in? I've got to make this work for me because I want to make it work. Here's your first lesson. It's your first lesson on time management. If you want more, you will do more. If you want more, you'll do more. If you don't want more, you won't. So the fact that you showed up, you want more. Congrats. Now, I was one of those people that I wanted more. It wasn't, certainly money and all that, but I wanted flexibility and freedom. And by making a plan and working the plan and managing my time a little bit better, I was able to get that flexibility and the freedom. But where I got the most flexibility and the freedom was right here. Mind blowing. I know. Listen, I'm one of those people that I can work really well in chaos. I can work in a messy office. Some people can't. But when it comes to my time and working with other people, I have to be organized. So I'm going to show you how I did that. One thing about working a plan and making a plan is that I'm going to give you a lot of tools that you can try. Not a lot, just a couple. What you'll realize is that I like to take things down to brass tacks, because when I first started this business, if it wasn't easy, I wasn't going to do it. And also, if it wasn't fun, I didn't want to play. So I'm going to show you just a couple of tools that I use to get myself organized and work this around my life. Also, here's what I've also learned about making a plan and building your calendar and building your time and managing it properly. That what you want to do is you want to take a couple seconds, a couple minutes, and do a quick inventory on what the most important things in your life are as of today. What's the most important to you? For me, when I was working through my calendar at the time, I didn't have kids. My most important priority was family. So my parents being able to socialize with friends, basically being able to be a part of their lives. That was very important to me. Working out and being active was really important to me as well. Obviously, I had to schedule my day job and events and side things that I had. And Mary Kay. Mary Kay was important to me. It was my emotional outlet. It was the place where I got recognized for the little things, that you did. It was a place where my cup got filled. And so it became very important to me. So if those things are relevant to you, or you need to add, obviously you need to add your kids and family time. Also, date night is super important to me. So what I've learned is if it's not in your calendar, it's not important to you. If being physically active and, working out and going to the gym is important to you, it's got to be in your calendar. Because I bet you 110%, if it's not in your calendar, you're not doing it. You will not hold yourself accountable. So with that being said, if Mary Kay is important to you as a business, you've got to schedule it. So the first thing that you can put in your schedule is if you attend a Monday night or a girls' night out or a meeting with your director, adopted director. For me, when I first began, that was the most important thing that I could do for my business was attend that training. Because I heard that when you show up, you go up. And I've learned that time and time again as a consultant, and I've learned it time and time again as a director when I watch new consultants either decide to go or not go to their Monday night training. Now, where I'm from in Nova Scotia, I do them on Tuesday nights because it works for me. So in my calendar, guess what I have marked off? Every Tuesday night is a business opportunity for me. And it's set up between 6:45 and 8:30 that I'm attending that time. That's set up in my calendar, and I'm going to show you my calendar in a second. That's set up for me. As a part-time person, I picked 2 other time slots within my life that worked. And in my world, when I was doing this part-time around another job and family and everything that was important to me, a Thursday night or a Saturday morning were the 2 opportunities that I could do appointments. So Thursday night, Thursday evening, I would set aside, from 6:30 to 8:30 or from 6 till whenever it worked, 6 till 8, 7 to 9. And Saturday morning from 10 till 12 was my Mary Kay time. Those were the 3 opportunities as a part-time person that I knew every week I had an opportunity to do my business at that time. Now, I'm going to talk to you first of all about your Monday night meeting or your Tuesday night girls' night out, whatever night that may be. Make that in your calendar like gold. You are going, come heck or high water, you are showing up. And use it as an opportunity for your first booking during the week. What's really beautiful about all the work that your directors and your leaders and your adopted directors put in is they give you an opportunity every Monday night or Tuesday night girls' night out to earn and learn. This was the way that I built my business. I made a promise to myself that I was going to try my darndest every week to have a face, a live human at my Monday night meeting. Because what that meant is that I was feeding my mind, I was learning, and 9 times out of 10, I was earning extra money on that evening. And in my book, in my land, that was me seeing a face or 2 or 3. That was an appointment, was that Monday night meeting. So I used that evening like gold. Even if the rest of the week went awry, that Monday night I was bringing out a guest no matter what. Because do you know what's fun about the Monday night meeting is your director does all the work. You basically just have to show up with a kit, set it up, and watch. You get to learn at the same time. It is so beautiful. And that's the way that this business is to be set up, is that again, you get to earn, learn, watch, and soak it all in. And that's the opportunity of going to those meetings and being led and being taught. It's so beautiful. I just thought, oh my gosh, someone's going to do this for me to help me grow my business. This is unbelievable. I've never seen this before. I am definitely going to go. So within my calendar, I had Thursday night or Saturday morning. Now, sometimes not both of those filled, but I knew that those were my opportunities to do business, to grow my business. Now, let's say, for instance, that Thursday night, I didn't have a booking, but I did have one Saturday morning. So I was super pumped. What do you think I did Thursday night? What do you think you should do Thursday night? The answer is use that time for your business. You already set it aside. And I'm going to talk about sharing your calendar with your family. You already set it aside. Your family already knows that that was a Mary Kay time because you've told them. So use that opportunity and that hour or an hour and a half that you've set aside to make booking calls, to follow up with your customers, to maybe share the business opportunity, or to do some social media and touching base with, you know, some potential or current clients about new products coming out. I didn't waste what I had set aside for that time because I had said that I wanted to grow. So I continued to keep that promise to myself. Now, as your business continues to grow, it's this magical thing. You start to have a really great time. You start to have fun. Your client base grows. You're having a great time. You're feeling more confident. There might be an opportunity to add another hour in your life. Where I added it usually was usually on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, or a Saturday I would do back-to-back appointments in the morning. I'd see one face and then maybe see three faces if that was an opportunity. So I just scheduled that time, made it a little bit bigger, and then the rest of my nights were scheduled. I'm going to show you how that works. So I'm going to turn my camera around and I want you to see, this is my calendar for November. Now remember, I do this full time. This is my full-time business. So as you can see, this is one side of November. Pink highlighter is, what do you think? That's my Mary Kay time. Yellow is family time. Orange is workout or active time for me. Those are three things that are important to me. I have a little 22-month-old, and he's a busy, busy, busy boy. And so I schedule in this time, and it's very important. So I have this time in the morning, usually about an hour, do a workout there. Every Sunday morning is family time for me. And every day between usually 3:30 and 5 or 3:30 and 6 is family time. One, I pick up my child from daycare 3 days a week. And usually my husband's getting home from work, and I'm making dinner because that's something that I enjoy. And basically the other reason is no one wants to talk to me during that time because they're doing the exact same thing. So I take that time for my family. Now I'm going to show you the back half of the week. This is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Thursday morning, I've set aside Mary Kay time, and I have appointments tomorrow. I have one at 9:15, 11:30, and 12:45. And then look what else. I don't have much for the rest going on in the day. Friday night for me is always date night, as you can see. We have a 40th birthday celebration this weekend. Saturday morning, I have opportunity for booking. And if I don't have an appointment there, you better believe I'm out meeting women, or I'm out picking up chicks, or I'm doing booking calls. And Saturday night is usually family time. I usually love to spend time with my parents and my family. Now you can see Tuesday. This is Wednesday. I always have a booking on Wednesday. Tuesday, this is my meeting night. That is always my opportunity to bring guests. And so you see, I have names here. Sunday morning's always family time. Sunday evening, I am always in my office. You will always find me in my office for at least an hour and a half doing booking calls. Now, that's an example of my calendar. You see what's important to me. I usually do my appointments, like if I had a dentist or a doctor's office or doctor's appointment, I usually do it within that time frame at the end of the day. These are the things that make me more productive, but they also keep my mind at ease instead of being this big scatterbrain of, oh my gosh, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? I sit with this book, I do my booking calls, And I know that I do appointments on Thursday morning. I know I do them on Saturday morning. I know I do them on Wednesday at the end of the day. I know I have an opportunity to bring a guest on Tuesday night. Those are my days to have appointments. So there's no scatterbrain opportunity for me to be like, I don't know, when can you meet? I know the days that I'm available. That gives you, as a part-time person creating a side hustle and building a business, the opportunity, the beautiful flexibility of working this around your life, because you control it. You get to control when you work, and that's fantastic. The thing is you need to work. You need to actually work to build a business. So you need to set aside those times that work for you. So as a part-time consultant, my recommendation is take the one evening that you get to go to a training meeting, either your Monday night or Tuesday night or whatever night your director or adopted director does this, set that up as being your opportunity to see a face. Always want to bring a guest or 5 to those meetings. It's worth your while. I would take another opportunity and pick at least one more day during the week that you could do either a class or a facial or a double facial. Doesn't matter. Any appointment is an appointment. And then if you have an opportunity to fit in a third, you'd be surprised how easy it is to fit in a third appointment when you actually sit down and schedule out your life. When you actually do it, be like, what's important to me? What do I have going on? Where are the blanks? Those are the blanks where you build. So I'm going to show you just one thing that is super easy. You don't need a little calendar like that. You actually have this beautiful thing called Mary Kay In Touch. And if you log on and you go under education and then move over here to weekly plan sheet, this thing has been around since the beginning of time. And this is what I used. I'm going to clean my screen. This is what I used to schedule my life. It lists the time down the day by hours. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, lists the days of the week. I would print off 4 of these for the month. And I would just get 3 highlighters. You saw me use pink, orange, and yellow. If you have a 4th thing that's very important to you, schedule it in and block it off. Once you get this out of your mind, you'll be very, 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 very impressed by how much time you have to run your side hustle. One thing I get a lot of chatter about with consultants is that an appointment takes 3 hours. It doesn't. If it does, it means you're not being succinct enough and you're not following the flip chart. So that's something you need to get to be a better student. Read that flip chart, study it, get it down to point. You should be able to do one person in a half hour to 40 minutes or an hour and a half to 2 hours max for a group. Now, there's always the group that gets away and having so much fun and this and that. That happens. It's okay. But I want you to know that if you're running this as a business, those time slots that you basically need to set aside are usually 1 hour for one travel time, depending where you're going, and usually 2 for a bigger class, 2 hours for a bigger class. So I want you to know that it doesn't take forever to do an appointment, Now, one thing I always hear about time management is I can't find time to book. I can't find time to pre-profile. I can't find time to do this. I'm going to go back to your schedule. When you set aside that time to work, meaning your Monday night meeting, maybe your Thursday 2 hours after work and your Saturday morning, if one of those cancels, guess when you're pre-profiling for your appointment? Guess when you're doing follow-up? Guess when you're doing that? Sunday nights for me for 1 hour were always my opportunity to pre-profile if I had an appointment that week. And it was always my opportunity to follow up with somebody, to book a follow-up. And it was my opportunity to book. Now, we are more on the go as a culture, as a society than we have been in years. So take that opportunity. I teach my team to go to work just a little bit earlier. Leave the house, have some you time, go to work, show up. I've always booked in parking lots. So I would always show up to work or where I had to go at least 15 to 20 minutes earlier, send a couple messages, make a couple of phone calls. That was my booking time. So I'll tell you, when you want to make the time, you will. Now, lately I've been around a lot of women, and we're working on these attitudes, but lately I've been around a couple of women that are just like, all they talk about is how busy they are. I'm so busy. 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 And guess what? Everyone is busy. There's not one person that's not busy. However, I would rather work with a busy woman than a not busy woman, because I will tell you what I've learned is that busy women get things done. They get things done. They do not mess around. They get it done. I would rather work with somebody that's busy any day of the week. However, when someone spends more time telling you how busy they are, they're probably not that busy. Also, when they spend time telling everybody else that, that's also what they're telling their mind, is that they just can't. They can't get out of that busy mode mind. And usually what I end up doing with those people is sitting down and marking out their calendar, literally taking a weekly plan sheet and marking it out. I was at a retreat lately and a woman came up to me and she said, I have 3 jobs. I have no clue where I'm going to fit Mary Kay in. So I said, okay, tell me what's the most important. What's the most important job you have right now? Meaning the one that's, doing the best or whichever. So we did that. And I said, so mark off during the week when you're going to do that business, when you're going to work on that. So she marked it off. I said, what's your secondary one? She did that, marked it off. She said, Mary Kay was her 3rd. I said, that's great. Let's mark off time for Mary Kay. And so by the end of the week, she was realizing that she had so much time left over for all of these businesses, plus her Mary Kay, that she spent more time worrying about what time she didn't have than time actually doing any of them. And that's what I've learned over and over and over and over again, is that if you can schedule when it is that you're working on it or working on your Mary Kay business, then that's when you're going to work on it. So I talk with my team all the time. I know they're on here today, so thank you for being on here. I talk with my team all the time about setting a timer. There's a beautiful timer on your phone, or there's these things that you can buy at the dollar store called an egg timer. This is how, there's weekly plan sheet. Thank you, Carol. This is how I booked appointments. This is how I managed my time. When I would go in my office, I would egg time myself, turn on the egg timer for 25, 30 minutes. And then once that thing dinged, I was done. And I moved on to my next thing. So I would do booking for 30 minutes. I would do follow-up for 30 minutes. And then maybe I would do, customer profiling for 30 minutes. That's how I ran my time when I didn't have any. Does that make sense? I really hope it does. And just know you're going to learn a lot of skills along the way. This was something that really made sense to me. Like literally, this is my calendar every day, every month. I get out the old coloring pencils and the highlighters and I go to work. And so when I sit down to book, there's so much less stress, so much less thought and mind clutter around, when am I booking? How am I going to fit these in? Oh my gosh. I already know. Tuesday night, I can take a guest. I can see you Wednesday after work, Thursday evening or Saturday morning. Those are the times I have available. Which one works best for you? Now, last but not least, I want to work with you. I'm just watching my time here because I like to be succinct. But I want to talk about how you get people on board with your schedule. Has anybody had a partner or a husband be like, oh, you're going out again? You've got another appointment? You've got something else tonight? If you haven't heard that yet, then you're probably going too soon enough. And if you really haven't heard it, then congratulations. Here's how you eliminate that conversation. You eliminate that conversation by sharing the schedule that you've made and showing them where they fit in and what's important to you. So my man knows that Friday night is date night. And if we're not going out to dinner, which is highly unlikely, we do it every once in a while, we're probably getting some takeout, probably making some food at home and watching Dateline. And my phone is away. Friday night's date night, so he knows he's important. He knows when family time is. He knows Sunday morning, we get time, we make breakfast, we have a good brunch, we do that. He knows that. And he knows Saturday night is, unless we're going for a big goal and big stuff and blah, 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 he knows that Saturday night is family night. We're going to see his family or my family. So I find that when you share your calendar or you share your plan, you're going to get more buy-in, more support, more love. And do you know what else gets more support? So I just want you to know how I share my plan. So this is my calendar. This comes with me. I actually have a whiteboard hanging on the back of my office door. I guess it would be on the front of my office door that leads into my kitchen. And I literally take my calendar for the month and I write it right there in a white off marker. So my partner knows that Wednesday night I have an appointment, and he's starting to get used to the schedule. So Wednesday I have an appointment. You know, I usually work Thursday during the day. Saturday morning I have an appointment, and Sunday I'll be in my office booking, and Tuesday night I have a meeting. So he knows that. It's starting to become compulsory now. And if I don't have an appointment on Wednesday night, he's like, why aren't you going out? What's happening? Why don't you have a booking? Here's also what else gets them on board with your plan. Are you ready? Have an amazing attitude. Show them the money. Let's say you go to an appointment and you don't make any. That's okay too. You come home with a great attitude. You had a really great time. You met a lot of great people. They will stay on board with your plan. It's very, 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 very important. So you share your plan as you go, because the more buy-in you get at home, the easier it is going to be for you to run your plan. And then when you're running for a big personal goal for yourself, say you're paying off a $2,000 credit card, say you're buying a trip to Disney, you're putting a down payment on a home, they will be more likely to see and appreciate and encourage and support the goal when they see your plan. Now, one more thing I was going to say, it just slipped my mind. My gosh, my brain is fried here. Plan. What was I going to say? I forget. I'm going to get some of your names down for a draw here. But next week, let me see next week. Ooh, I know where next week is. I'm going to tell you at the end here, but I'm going to just share with a couple more things for a couple more minutes. Oh, this is my last point. When you go to an appointment, when you go to your Monday night meeting, when you go to an event, and you take time away from the family because it's within your plan, and time away from the things that you enjoy in order to build your business, do not come home the same person. Do not come home the same person as you left. Your job is to go, learn, and grow. Come home different. Come home with growth, because honoring that commitment and honoring them for watching your kids, for holding down the fort, for, you know, making dinner when you were in a rush, for doing all the extra stuff within the house, honor them by coming home a different person. It's the least you can do. So I really hope, ladies, that you walk away tonight, you use the tool that I showed you on the Mary Kay In Touch website, or you use the calendar that you use. Listen, 9 times out of 10, I book on my phone. I have my schedule. I do that on my calendar. But when I have this visual in front of me of what I have available, I know, because some weeks it could change. I just, you know, I got something going on Wednesday. My night is Thursday to book that week. So, so when I have that visual in front of me, I know when I'm booking. So this just removes clutter from your mind and gets time for you to get focused on what it is you need to do. So ladies, thank you for your time tonight. I'm very excited to let you know who your next week's teacher is. But first, the thing that you can do to honor me and yourself for being here tonight for a half hour is take the time before you go to bed tonight, write your calendar, go dig in that office of yours or go dig in your kids' school supplies and find some highlighters and give a title and a color to the things that are most important in your life and draw it out for this week and next and for all of November, so you know what's important to you, because this is a huge month, your biggest selling season of the month, your biggest time to run, and it's your time to show the last 45 days of 2019 what you're made of. So ladies, thank you. I send you all the love from Halifax, Nova Scotia, right across the country. I love you guys all. Next week, you have got the most powerful woman. Some of you might know her by name, but she's been in the top 10 for the last 5 years. She's been on 5 top director trips. She is a personality that just can take over a room and swallow you up with love in the most beautiful way. Miss Carol Thompson is going to be talking about one of the most wicked topics. And you've all had it, we've all had it, and it's fear. So do not miss next Wednesday. 8:30 East Coast time. I promise you'll get all the times during the week and the code to sign in. But you do not want to miss next week. You should be scared. You should be fearful to mix next week. So I can't wait to see you guys on. I love you. And remember, my basketball coach used to say, if you're 5 minutes early or 15 minutes too late, time is of the essence, and you only will work what you plan for. So whatever you plan, work the plan to work. I love you guys. Have a great evening. And I forgot to draw. Hold on. I'm drawing for the winners. I really hope that I do this correctly. I'm just putting all your names in here. Oh, Rosemarie, I see you. I don't know who that name is. Susan. Desiree, I see you. That's okay, Susan. Thank you for being here. Laurel, Patricia, Moria, I have all your names on there. Christine, Savannah. Okay, I'm going to draw super quick. All right, I see you. So whoever I draw for a prize from me, Halifax, Nova Scotia, you got to PM me your address. Who feels lucky? And I'm drawing it from a Kate Spade Mary Kay prize. This is not that prize, but this is already used. You don't want this. All right, you ready? Who feels lucky? I got to read my own writing. Vanessa! Vanessa Delorier, girl, you got a prize coming from me, so you're going to PM me your address. Congratulations. And for everybody that participates every week, your name goes in here. So these are all your names on tickets. Vanessa, you're my winner. Love you lots.